X.
If 3x equals 6, x equals 2.
Love, Cindy. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
At the trial, Ms. X said that she had known the defendant for 3 years.
X-axis.
X-axis.
X certificate.
X certificate.
X chromosome.
X chromosome.
Xenon.
Xenon.
Xenophobia.
Xenophobia.
Xenotransplant.
Xenotransplant.
Doctors in Mississippi performed the world's first heart xenotransplant.
Health risks related to xenotransplantation.
Christmas.
Christmas.
XML.
XML.
X-rated.
X-rated.
X-ray.
X-ray.
The X-ray showed that her leg was not broken.
I had to go to hospital for an X-ray.
A chest x-ray.
The problem was only discovered when her lungs were X-rayed. Xylophone.
Xylophone.
Y.
Y.
She was staying in a room at the Y.
E.
E.
Sugary desserts.
Dirty hands. A hairy chest.
A messy room.
Curly hair.
Feeling sleepy.
A cold, wintry day.
His long, horsey face.
A horsey woman.
Where's little Johnny?
My daddy.
What a nice doggy.
The expiry date.
An inquiry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yacht.
Yacht.
Yachting.
Yachting.
Yachtsman.
Yachtsman.
Yachtswoman.
Yachtswoman.
Yada yada yada.
Yada, yada, yada. I started talking to her and yada, yada, yada. It turns out she's from New York, too.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
A bunch of time-wasting yahoos.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yak.
Yak. Yak.
Y'all.
Y'all.
I'm going home now. See y'all later.
Yam.
Yam.
Yammer.
Yammer.
A crowd of yammering aunts and cousins.
Yang.
Yang.
Yank.
Yank.
One of the men grabbed Tom's hair and yanked his head back.
Nick yanked the door open.
With both hands, she yanked at the necklace.
He gave the rope a yank. Yankee.
Yankee.
Yap.
Yap.
Some guy was yapping on his cell phone.
Yard.
Yard.
100 yards away.
An area of 9,000 square yards.
A builder's yard.
A timber yard.
Kids were playing in the backyard.
Yardage.
Yardage.
A large yardage of sail.
Yardarm.
Yardarm.
Yardbird.
Yardbird.
Yard sale.
Yard sale.
Yardstick.
Yardstick.
Profit is the most important yardstick of success for any business.
These subjects are used as a yardstick against which to measure the children's progress.
Yarmulke.
Yarmulke.
Yarn.
Yarn.
The old captain would often spin us a yarn about life aboard ship.
Yarn bombing.
Yarn bombing.
Yashmak.
Yashmak.
Yaw.
Yaw.
Yawn.
Yawn.
Alan stretched and yawned.
The yawning gap between the two parties. The yawning gulf between the rich and the poor. The pit yawned open in front of them.
The yawning gap between the two cliffs.
Kay shook her head and stifled a yawn.
The party was a big yawn.
Yours.
Yours.
Y-axis.
Y-axis.
Yay.
Yay!
Y chromosome.
Y chromosome.
Ye.
Ye.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
The oldie antique shop.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Year.
Year.
I arrived here 2 years ago. We've known each other for over a year. It's almost a year since Sue died.
Jody is 15 years old.
A 3-year business plan. A 4-year-old child.
The year that Kennedy died.
In the year 1785.
They moved here at the beginning of this year. Last year's cup final.
She goes there every year.
The museum attracts 100,000 visitors a year.
In the early years of the last century.
It's years since I rode a bike.
I haven't been there for years.
It was the first time in years I'd seen her.
Gordon is very active for a man of his years.
It's warm enough to swim all year round.
Business has steadily increased year by year.
Many birds return to the same spot year after year.
The difficult years following the war. Sheila enjoyed her years as a student in Oxford.
A group of Year 7 students. He was in my year at school. The department offers a study skills program for all first years.
The new Renault was voted Car of the Year.
Sales rose by 39% year on year.
Never in a million years did I think we'd lose.
Scientists have been involved in war since the year dot.
Tina's divorce has put years on her.
Yearbook.
Yearbook.
Rothman's football yearbook.
A high school yearbook.
Yearling.
Yearling.
Year-long.
Year-long. A year-long study of the problem.
Yearly.
Yearly.
Salary levels are reviewed on a yearly basis.
A total yearly income of $78,000.
The magazine is issued twice yearly.
A check-up at 5 yearly intervals.
We pay the fee yearly.
Yearn.
Yearn.
Hannah yearned for a child.
Phil had yearned to be a pilot from an early age.
Yearning.
Yearning.
A yearning for travel.
He had a deep yearning to return to his hometown.
Year-round.
Year-round.
A year-round supply of fresh fruit.
Yeast.
Yeast.
A yeasty taste.
Yeast extract.
Yeast extract.
Yeast infection.
Yeast infection.
Yech.
Yuck.
Yell.
Yell.
Help me! She yelled hysterically.
I yelled out, "Here I am!"
The crowd are on their feet yelling.
Don't you yell at me like that.
They yelled at him to stop. Claire yelled in pain as she fell.
He could hear Pete yelling at the top of his voice.
If you need me, just yell.
She let out a yell when she saw me.
Dan gave a yell of delight when Lawson scored. Yellow.
Yellow. Yellow flowers.
Yellow doesn't suit me at all. The room was decorated in a variety of reds, blues and yellows.
The paper had yellowed with age.
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Yellow fever.
Yellow fever.
Yellow hammer.
Yellow hammer.
Yellowish.
Yellowish.
Yellowish teeth.
Yellow line.
Yellow line.
Yellow pages.
Yellow pages.
Yellowy.
Yellowy.
The cream was thick and yellowy.
Yelp.
Yelp.
The water was hotter than she had expected, and she gave an involuntary yelp.
The dog ran up and down, yelping.
Yen.
Yen.
The dollar fell by 24% against the yen between 1970 and 1973.
A yen for foreign travel.
She'd always had a yen to write a book.
Yeoman.
Yeoman.
Yeomanry.
Yeomanry.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yer.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that real gold? It was a great show. Sarah isn't very intelligent, is she? Yes, she is. There isn't any cereal left. Yes, there is. It's in the cupboard. Would you like a sandwich? Yes, please.
Would you like to come with us? Yes, I'd love to.
Can I have a glass of water? Yes, of course.
He proposed to me and I said yes.
There are still a lot of problems with Jeff's proposal. Yes, but it's the best one we have.
Mike? Yes?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
And so I tried phoning him. Yes. Yes! Rivaldo scored again! There's nothing going on between me and Jane. We're just good friends. Oh, yes? Where's my umbrella? Oh, yes. I left it in the car.
It took 10 years. Yes, 10 whole years to complete.
Yes, you heard me correctly. I said 1921.
And don't forget to lock the door. Yes, yes, okay. Were you surprised? Well, yes and no. I knew they were planning something, but I wasn't sure what.
According to the latest opinion poll, the no's have 60% and the yeses have 40%.
A yes vote.
Yeshiva.
Yeshiva.
Yes man.
Yes man.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
What did you do yesterday?
Anna left yesterday afternoon.
Yesterday's meeting.
They arrived the day before yesterday.
The great champions of yesterday.
Yesteryear.
Yesteryear.
The steam trains of yesteryear.
Yet. Yet.
I haven't asked him yet.
Has Edmund arrived yet? Have you finished your homework? Not yet.
How are you going to get there? I don't know yet.
Women didn't yet have the vote.
Is supper ready? No, not yet.
You can't give up yet.
Don't go yet. I like talking to you.
He got a call from the factory, telling of yet more problems.
Inflation had risen to a yet higher level.
Yet another reason to be cautious.
The meeting has been cancelled yet again.
This could turn out to be our biggest mistake yet.
Nordstrom's latest novel looks like his best yet.
We've had no luck as yet.
On an as yet undecided date.
When's your holiday? Oh, not for ages yet.
It could be months yet before they know their fate.
We may win yet.
The plan could yet succeed.
I have yet to hear Ray's version of what happened.
The bank has yet to respond to our letter.
Kelly was a convicted criminal, yet many people admired him.
She does not speak our language, and yet she seems to understand what we say.
A story that is strange yet true.
An inexpensive yet effective solution to our problem.
Yeti.
Yeti.
You.
You.
Y-fronts.
Y-fronts.
Yid.
Yid.
Yiddish.
Yiddish. Yield. Yield.
Our research has only recently begun to yield important results.
Each of these oil fields could yield billions of barrels of oil. The tourist industry yielded an estimated $2.25 billion for the state last year.
These investments should yield a reasonable return.
High-yielding crops.
The military has promised to yield power.
The hijackers refuse to yield to demands to release the passengers.
Further action may be necessary if the leaders do not yield to diplomatic pressure. Finally, she yielded to temptation and helped herself to a large slice of cake.
Yield to traffic on the left.
Ideally, the surface should yield slightly under pressure.
Laughter quickly yielded to amazement as the show went on.
New research has yielded up some surprising discoveries.
He would never yield up the castle to the English.
The average milk yield per cow has doubled.
Shareholders are expecting a higher yield this year.
A yield of over 6%.
Yielding.
Yielding.
The yielding softness of the bed.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yin.
Yin.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Yippee.
Yippee.
Yingling. Youngling.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo, dude, how's it going?
Darren?
Yo.
Yob.
Yob.
Drunken yobbos.
Yodel.
Yodel.
Yoga.
Yoga.
Yoga lattes.
Yoga lattes.
Yogi.
Yogi.
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
A pot of strawberry yogurt.
Yoke.
Yoke.
The yoke of tradition.
Beauty is forever yoked to youth in our culture.
Yokel.
Yokel.
Yoke.
Yoke.
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur.
Yonder.
Yonder.
The fresh blooms on yonder tree.
Yonks.
Yonks.
It's yonks since we had a good night out. We went to Blackpool once, yonks ago. We haven't seen Tom and Jean for yonks.
Youth.
Youth.
A youth magazine. British White Youth.
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo.
Your.
Your.
In days of yore.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire terrier.
Yorkshire terrier.
Yeah.
You.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
You must all listen carefully.
I have some news for you.
The letter is addressed to both of you.
Did Robin give you the money?
Only you can make this decision.
You idiot. You boys have got to learn to behave yourselves. Hey, you over there. Get out of the way.
You have to be 21 or over to buy alcohol in Florida.
You can never be sure what Emily is thinking.
Yule.
Yule.
You'll feel better soon.
Young.
Young.
A young child. He's younger than me.
You're too young to get married.
Young trees.
When I was young, I wanted to be a model.
John was a great footballer in his younger days.
At that time, America was still a young nation.
Psychology is a young science.
Now you listen to me, young man. Val is incredibly young for her age.
Next week, Bessie will be 84 years young.
I'm looking for something in a younger style.
The young are easily misled.
The lioness fought to protect her young. Younger.
Younger.
William Pitt the Younger.
Young offender.
Young offender.
Youngster.
Youngster.
Your.
Your.
Could you move your car? Is that your brother over there?
Don't worry, it's not your fault. Be aware of your own feelings.
If you are facing north, east is on your right. It was just your basic ordinary hotel room. Nothing.
Your typical 60s pop group had 3 guitarists and a drummer.
Your.
Your.
You're late.
Yours.
Yours.
This is our room, and yours is just across the hall.
A lot of people have money problems, but yours are more serious than most people's.
A cash prize of £10,000 or a new car. The choice is yours.
Is Maria a friend of yours?
That bag of yours weighs a ton. I've read that book of yours.
If you want the job, it's yours for the asking.
They all went out, leaving yours truly to clear up the mess.
Yourself.
Yourself.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
Come and warm yourselves by the fire.
Have you hurt yourself?
Go and buy yourself an ice cream.
If you don't trust me, you better go yourself.
You yourselves are the guilty ones.
It must be true. You told me so yourself.
Most of our customers are people like yourself.
You can't go home by yourself in the dark.
Do you think you can move the sofa by yourself?
Are you all right? You don't seem yourself this morning.
I'm going out, so you'll have the place to yourself.
Youth.
Youth.
Many of these people had used drugs in their youth.
A gang of youths.
The youth of today are the pensioners of tomorrow.
Despite his youth, he had travelled alone.
The cream will restore youth and vitality to your skin.
Youth club.
Youth club.
Youth culture.
Youth culture.
Youthful.
Youthful.
She has managed to maintain her youthful appearance.
The photo shows a smiling, youthful Burgos.
Youth hostel.
Youth hostel.
Youth hosteling.
Youth hosteling.
I went youth hosteling in the Peak District.
YouTube.
YouTube.
You've.
You've.
You've broken it.
Yowl.
Yowl.
A tomcat was yowling out on the lawn.
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo dieting.
Yo-yo dieting.
Yo-yo dieting is really bad for you.
Yuan.
Yuan.
Yucca.
Yucca.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Oh, yuck, I hate mayonnaise. Oh, yuck, I hate mayonnaise. Yucky.
Yucky.
They painted the bathroom a yucky green colour.
The food was yucky.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Yule.
Yule.
Yule log.
Yule log.
Yuletide.
Yuletide.
Yuletide festivities.
Yum. Yum.
Yummy.
Yummy.
This cake is really yummy.
Treacle tart. Yummy, said Simon.
Yummy mummy.
Yummy mummy.
Yuppie.
Yuppie.
Yuppify.
Yuppify.
The restaurant's yuppified interior was done in colors like teal and mauve.
Yurt.
Yat.
Z.
Z.
Zany.
Zany.
Zany comedian Vic Reeves.
Zap.
Zap.
Doctors have tried zapping tumours with high-voltage radiation.
The laser weapons are designed to zap enemy missiles.
Dave just sat there zapping through all the channels.
Computers identify threats and zap the results back to the US pilots in the war zone.
Zapper.
Zapper.
Zeal.
Zeal.
He approached the job with missionary zeal. In their zeal to catch drug dealers, police have ignored citizens' basic civil rights.
Their zeal for privatization.
Zealot.
Zealot.
Religious zealots.
Zealous.
Zealous.
A zealous preacher.
Zealous political activists.
No one was more zealous than Neil in supporting the proposal.
Zebra.
Zebra.
Zebra. Zebra crossing.
Zebra crossing.
Z.
Z.
Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist.
Zen.
Zen.
Zenith.
Zenith.
The Roman Empire reached its zenith around the year 100.
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
Zero. Zero.
Make x greater than or equal to 0. The petrol gauge was already at 0.
It was 5 degrees below zero last night.
Mike's chances of winning are virtually 0.
From 1971 to 1976, West Vancouver experienced 0 population growth.
She immediately zeroed in on the weak point in his argument.
Zero carbon.
Zero carbon. A zero carbon house.
0 hour.
0 hour.
0 hours.
Zero-sum game.
Zero-sum game.
Diplomatic negotiations often aim at a zero-sum game.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance.
A policy of zero tolerance in inner city areas.
Zest.
Zest.
She had a great zest for life.
The danger of being caught added a certain zest to the affair.
Grated orange zest.
Zettabyte. Zettabyte.
Ziggurat.
Ziggurat.
Zigzag.
Zigzag.
A zigzag path along the cliff.
The path zigzagged down the hillside.
Zilch.
Zilch.
How much money is left? Zilch. Zillion.
Zillion.
I've seen that movie a zillion times.
Zillions of mosquitoes.
Zimmer frame.
Zimmer frame.
Zinc.
Zinc.
Zine.
Zine.
Zing.
Zing.
Lemon juice adds zing to drinks.
He could hear the bullets zinging past his head.
Zinger.
Zinger.
Zionism.
Zionism.
Zip.
Zip.
The zip on my skirt had broken.
Your zip's undone at the back.
This car goes with a bit more zip than my last one.
A spoonful of mustard will give the dish some zip.
We beat them 10 to zip. How much money do you have left? Zip.
I'll see you tomorrow, said John, zipping his jacket.
Olson zipped the bag shut.
He zipped open the case.
The 2 sleeping bags can be zipped together to make a double.
Olson zipped the bag shut.
He zipped open the case.
The 2 sleeping bags can be zipped together to make a double.
We zipped through customs in no time.
You'd better zip your lip or you'll be in trouble.
The dress zipped up at the front.
He was zipping up a small brown suitcase.
Could you zip me up, please? I can't reach.
Zip code.
Zip code.
Zip file.
Zip file.
Zipper.
Zipper.
Zippo.
Zippo.
Zippy.
Zippy.
A zippy little sports car. A magazine with a zippy title.
Zip tie. Zip tie. Zip tie. Zip tie.
Zip wire. Zip wire.
Zit.
Zit.
Zither.
Zither.
Z-list.
Z-list. Pop stars, daughters, and other Z-list celebrities.
Z-lister.
Z-lister. He can only get Z-listers to appear on his show nowadays.
Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Which sign of the zodiac were you born under? Leo.
Zombie.
Zombie.
I walked around like a zombie for most of the day.
Zonal.
Zonal.
Zone.
Zone.
San Francisco and Tokyo are both located in earthquake zones.
The government has set up a special economic zone to promote private enterprise.
When I'm in the zone, every shot seems easy.
The land is currently zoned for residential use.
He tends to zone out when I talk to him about my job.
Zoned.
Zoned.
Zoning.
Zoning.
Zonked.
Zonked.
I'm really zonked.
Zoo.
Zoo.
Zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
Zoological garden.
Zoological garden.
Zoologist.
Zoologist.
Zoology.
Zoology.
Zoom.
Zoom.
Brenda jumped in the car and zoomed off.
The work was really easy, and I was able to zoom through it in a couple of hours. Inflation zoomed to 123%. The camera zoomed in on the child's face.
Zoom lens.
Zoom lens.
Zoot suit.
Zoot suit.
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
Zulu.
Zulu.
Zumba.
Zumba. Zwieback.
Zwieback.
Zydeco.
Zydeco.
Zygote.
Zygote.
Z.